What's happening, family? Welcome to the show. It is Michelle Bride here, WNOV 860 AM 106.5 FM. You are listening to Say Something Real, and be thankful that you did not have to listen to the choir,
oh Lord,
accompanied by Jermaine right
Say
out.
Something Real.
just do a whole,
Yeah, Well,
oh my God. I'm like, hey fam.
can we start?
Can we start the show? He got, the people in the back pews fanning and carrying hands up, testifying.
Yeah.
I just want to start the show.
Get the lead out there.
It sounded good, but can we start the show?
See, that's just like a black person singing the national anthem, like it's taking forever. Say, you be like, dude, get the lead out.
Do it again,
say. You like, dude, get the lead out, man. Can we start the game already, man?
You know what I mean? And you hear that little first part, you're like, all right now. But then they keep going, you be like, come on, man.
Yeah. Say, can you, Lord, see? You're like, dude, you try to hoop, man.
I'll just be sitting there like, today.
Right.
Today. I mean, I don't think I'm asking for a whole lot. Today would be great. It would be great.
But the ending would be happening. That the ending be
because that's what you got to show out, though.
Right.
It's the song has crescendos intended for you to show out. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show program in honor of Miss Cliffy this morning. What's going on with you, Clark Kent?
Who you with?
Man, you rocking that olive green Kango. That's hot. You don't see that color every day. I might need to borrow that.
No, but Clark need a band behind it.
I'm like, I think I got a fit for that hat. Yeah. So you good though?
Yeah,
Good.
The balloon release was real nice.
Is his mic on?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Clark.
The balloon release was real nice. Everybody showed up. All the bikers showed up. It was nice, man.
Okay.
Everybody showed up.
Wonderful. Send the sister out of here the right way.
Yeah.
That's cool. Mr. Rod Out, how you doing today, sir?
Well, Shell, now that the concert is over, I expect my payment now.
Payment?
Yeah, I just did a whole show. No, actually, I'm doing great. It's partly cloudy, still kind of warm. Meteorologist Mano Mandela, I got to get a weather report. It's going to be something outside. Keep your eyes open.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That just doesn't sound. It doesn't sound.
Back to you.
Doesn't sound comprehensive. Sounds like we're gonna just be out here on our own.
Right, pretty much. Bring an umbrella if you want to.
Put your finger up in the air. Back in the day, see which way the wind is blowing.
Right.
Yeah. So I heard the little show yesterday with Keith Paris.
Yeah.
And I heard
you be catching the word, man. The wording be so profound.
And I heard Fred Flintstone acknowledge that he wasn't up on the hot spot. It was so sad when I talked to him, because he was like, we was sitting over here in the Stone Ages all day. And, I'm like, why? And I wasn't going to bring it up, but since I heard he brought it up, I'm like, oh, just straight Fred Flintstone. He was like, I would see it say Keith's iPhone, but I I had no idea what that meant. Like, and you didn't investigate. Yeah, he the smart one. Like you didn't investigate. You didn't say why does this happen. So yeah, bro, they was over there, you know, rubbing stones together, trying to make fire.
No, they was doing what people did back in the day. Just take a cord and run it from their house around the corner to somebody else's phone.
But you can't do that on the internet. They was over there sad to the mug with no TV. I said, fam, you can watch your TV from your phone. He's like, what? Yeah. Your device can hold up to, your phone can hold up to 5 devices on it.
Listen, he just used the phone and say hello. Goodbye.
That's it.
Hello?
That's it. Get his funeral assignments.
Hello? Goodbye.
That's the only thing he do on his phone. Get his funeral assignments. Where I gotta be? Boy, I'm telling you, I hung up the phone. I couldn't do that but start smiling. And I know Rhonda way smarter than Keith, but she just go along so he don't feel bad.
And we in this thing together.
Yeah, like she gets tall respect because I'm like, I know you ain't smarter than Keith. Yeah, and she'll be wanting to show him up.
So we going down with the ship.
I want to be clear. That's why I'm divorced. I'm not going down. No, sir. No, I got to jump. I just want to be clear. So a couple of things to get to this morning. Got Andre Lee Ellis coming into the studio. Got to talk about the annual Father's Day event that takes place over in the park over here off of Sherman Boulevard. Group of brothers in this community have been committed to making sure that we honor dads and that same love we show for moms, we show for dads. We know how y'all start whining. We get that. I hear it.
I don't even look for it no more.
See, here we go.
I don't. They do.
I'm just gonna say, I think it is unfair that brothers get slighted, but people treat you how you let them treat you. So all of you all, men, you all tie. At least this is what y'all tell your family. Your happiness is tied up into your family being happy. So I don't need to get you a gift because I'm happy.
Somebody that told you wrong.
That's what y'all do. Oh no, the kids got they straight and the wifey good and the house taken care of. That's all I need. Well, that's all you go get then.
Well, that's because we used to get nothing. So.
Nah, people treat you how you let them treat you.
I want to get $300 in the envelope sometime.
That's all I'm saying. Then you need to say, I want to get $300 in the envelope sometime. But y'all sit up here and put up.
We go get it.
You never know. Y'all put on these brave fronts.
$300 in the envelope.
Let me tell you something. Say what?
What I'm telling you. What I tell you, Clark? There's my proof right there.
Hey.
My proof.
Hey. You said you wanted to go see George Wallace. I bought them tickets. And I bought us premium tickets.
But did we see George?
But did I pay for the tickets though?
But
did I? Because I ain't give them away because everybody stayed at the game. So I bought tickets for you and bought premium tickets.
Well, if you would have told me that was for Father's Day, we'd have said, damn, the game.
We didn't say it was for Father's Day.
See?
I'm saying I'm willing to do great stuff just on GP.
I want $300 in the envelope.
Sound like a drug dealer. Sound like a cartel. And then got all low in the envelope.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not listening. I'm not listening to y'all. Somebody said, I was about to say, do fathers as a whole show up like moms do? The key words, as a whole. So you got sisters out here supporting y'all. But again, y'all ought to stop acting all, tough and act like y'all don't care. It's all right. No, hey, I just seeing y'all happy. Make me happy. Man, get the heck out of here. Right. I need gifts. And y'all need to start saying that. And then you need to say, I need quality gifts.
Okay, well, can I say it?
Go ahead.
So for all the peoples out in radio land, I need gifts. You see my
No, you need to be sending this to your father. I mean, to your kids, not to Radio Land.
Well, radio. I mean,
because you ain't. Are you out giving Mother's Day gifts to random women?
I might.
You know you not.
Turn on to life. Tuba.
I'm not even gonna ask because it seems inappropriate. I'm not gonna ask. Yes. Okay. Keith is getting an MRI now and cannot hear you, but I am going to tell on you guys when he gets out. Seriously, snitches get stitches. I mean, not that I'm saying anything gonna happen, but I just want to know what you're gonna tell. He told it first. And all of his sadness. All right. So what is there to get to today? A lot. Let me do a couple of quick local things. You know what? In fact, let me just start here for a second because I think this is kind of interesting. I had pulled it yesterday. So the Democratic Party had their state convention over the weekend. Okay. And I am on the administrative committee for the Democratic Party. Didn't get to go up to the convention because of other stuff I had going on, but I participated, in our annual or quarterly meeting via phone. So I had a little bit of a connection to what was happening. But one of the things that they do historically at the convention is they do what's called a straw poll. So just something, informal, where they are asking folks to tell us who you may vote for or are supporting for governor in our upcoming election. And so I've participated in them before when I've been there. But so this is an unofficial poll. You just talking to the group of people that you can get to engage you on it and come up with, some data from that. So they talked to 597 people at the convention. Okay. And in asking those folks who were there to tell them who they would support, the person who emerged with the most votes was the current Lieutenant Governor, Sarah Rodriguez, 164 votes. Francesca Hong, 138 votes. Kelda Royce, 114 votes. David Crawley, 78 votes. Where's the rest of them? And then, okay, I'm missing a sheet. I'll pull it up. But anyway, after that was interesting. Mandela Barnes got 40. Wait, let me see. Crawley had 78 votes. Mandela was listed as 6th in a 7-person race on the Democratic side. He got 41 votes. And then I think Missy Hughes was in there with like 10 votes or something like that. Joe Brennan, the other guy, I don't have his numbers in front of me, but that was that particular polling. Then there was a poll that was done by was it done by Wiz Politics? And in that particular poll, this poll was actually, I think, commissioned by the Lieutenant Governor's campaign. And it had Mandela Barnes, 26%, Francesca Hong, 22%, Sarah Rodriguez, current Lieutenant Governor, 3rd with 15%, David Crawley, 4th with 5%, Kelda Royce, 4%, Joe Brennan, 3%, Missy Hughes, 2%, and 18% of the people in this poll, which was done in May, said that they were undecided. 18%. So this poll, the straw poll, this is done June 14th or something like that, June 13th. This other poll was done in May. Back in March, when a poll was done, Mandela Barnes was at 32%, and Francesca Hong was at 14%. So Mandela drops down to 26% in this new poll. I'm sorry, in this poll for May, and Francesca Hong gains almost 10% in terms of percentages. In this poll as well, David Crawley comes in fourth. So look, you all, why am I bringing that up? On one hand, folks might say we still got a long way to go because today is June 16th and the August election, the August primary is coming up. I think it's on August 11th. Oh, let me see what day is the primary. I think it is August 11th, if I'm not mistaken. And so, we're now less than 2 months away for sure. Some people are wondering, where these polls are happening and being taken. I can tell you that the poll that was done by the Democratic Party overwhelmingly probably contained, more white people. It's just not a lot of black numbers of black folks that are actually going to the state convention and really engaging at, an intense level. But I think that these polls are bellwethers that campaigns should be paying attention. I think I would be looking for something much more comprehensive, though, that does include more of Milwaukee in this conversation. And I will say this. If you have a candidate in this race that you would like to see advance to the November general election, y'all need to get to work. You need to call these candidates. How can I help? Do you have yard signs yet? Do you just make a donation? Go to their websites on the campaign, invite them out to speak to your groups, your churches, your whatever. But these are some very interesting, stats. This stuff is interesting. In terms of who has money in this campaign, we'll be looking and paying attention to finance reports to see what that's going to look like, what the spending is going to look like in this campaign. Mandela Barnes benefits certainly from name ID. Probably got the most visible name ID of every candidate outside of maybe the lieutenant governor, Sarah Rodriguez. But I think a lot of people, they won't know who she is down on this end. Just not real visible on this end. So, yeah, I'm just flagging that if there are folks, and I don't care who it is, who you are rooting for, it seems like there are 4 names consistently that are in the top running: Mandela, Francesca, Sarah Rodriguez, and David Crawley. Unless you look at the straw poll, which brings Kelda Royce, the legislator out of the Madison, into the mix too. So let's just say the top 5. Missy Hughes, she ain't got nothing coming. She might as well, she can get out the race now. Joe Brennan, you're not going to be able to pick up no traction. You are late entry, and there will be a lot of money probably that will be dumped towards the end of this whole thing. So I would expect end of June, 1st of July, we will ramp up on seeing a lot of media advertising, folks trying to grab name ID, get some attention for themselves. Joel's numbers could potentially go up, if you got enough money to help. But he is someone who has no name ID. And that is going to hurt him no matter what kind of a candidate he is. So I was surprised to see DC coming in the 4th place in this. I was surprised to see Francesca moving, but somebody flagged this and I got to take a break. You can see Francesca Hong signs all over. Like there is a concerted base of support for her that is visible when you start traveling around the state. So whatever money folks got, you might want to start spending it now. You don't want to somebody said don't forget people are in the race just to drive the money. That's true too. And we'll talk about that. But I'm just gonna say for some of these candidates, yeah, I know you gotta pace yourself on your bread, but you need to, because early voting is gonna be starting soon. And you need to definitely be in that window. And I know y'all know this. This is not rocket science, but there are people that whatever moves you're gonna make, you need to start making them. And the way, to get visibility up, you're gonna have to do that. But this is gonna be an interesting race. I gotta take a break. I don't know who's gonna be governor. I really don't. I'll be right back. All right, family, welcome back to the show. So yeah, the conversation that's going on in the studio. Yeah, it's hot up in here. We're talking about a myriad of things. As I talked about, the gubernatorial race and really just being honest, not sure how this whole thing is gonna fall out. Somebody else, just brought up like other issues and then equated them to Donald Trump and how you got brothers, black folks that are, singing Trump's praises and, he's doing more for us than Barack Obama ever did. And one of the things that they keep centering on is, gay marriage. And so Jermaine and I were just talking about that. And I'm like, so I just want to be clear for these people that keep harping on, Barack Obama, made gay marriage legal. First of all, that's an act of Congress. Right. That's not an executive order. Right. Okay. Because you can easily get rid of an executive order with one change of an administration. That's law now, that people have the right to marry who they want to. And law that actually was based in the law that said that you could have interracial marriage because it used to be illegal for people of different races to get married in this country. And there was a general idea about freedom of the ability to marry who you wanted to. But I don't care about somebody being gay. I care about somebody wanting to dismantle the Department of Education. I care that under Donald Trump's administration, that over 300,000 Black women have lost their jobs that were federal jobs. I care that HBCUs are being infiltrated by Republicans who are trying to take over these schools, and that when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris found out that millions of dollars was being stolen from HBCUs by state legislatures and redirected to predominantly white universities. I care about that. I care that Donald Trump sat up and told the governor of Texas, I need 5 more Republican seats. And basically, I need you to steal them from Black people and brown people. I care about that. I care about there will be fewer Black people in Congress because of Donald Trump and Republicans and they racist BS and fight for power. Then I care more about that than I care about somebody being gay. Because your gayness don't impact my ability to go to work. It does not impact my ability to eat. It doesn't impact my ability to worship and pray to the God that I believe in. And so the ignorant brothers who keep getting stuck on gay, why you worried about it? The stuff you ought to be worried about, you not worried about. Not enough to go out and vote and do the right thing and put people in place that's going to help fix it. So you're not worried about how your kid going to pay for college. You're not worried about if you can afford the house that you live in. You're not worried about health care. You're not worried about the seniors who got to have programming. And the first thing they want to do is cut the programs that help people. You're not worried that they want to cut WIC. I listened to Will Martin sit up here the other day talking to the brothers. about the food color and the food dye. And I was like, yeah, but in the meantime, your party is signing off on cutting $200 million to take fruit and vegetables away from children below the age of 6 and pregnant mothers. So don't sit up here hollering about some damn food dye. Like, oh, we trying to save our community, but you cutting the very nutrition that they need. Y'all talk out both sides of y'all neck. And so for the brothers who keep acting like somebody being gay is, their biblical principles. Every time you sleep with some chick you ain't married to, you done violated a biblical principle.
Ooh, cook, Shell. She cooking.
I'm just saying.
She cooking.
Having these babies and ain't taking care of them, you're violating a biblical principle.
She cooking.
The stuff you ought to be worried about, you not. That's why I know y'all full of BS. You Negroes don't vote for real anyway. You just in here pontificating and running your mouth. You not really about no solutions. Because somebody's gayness don't impact your ability to do nothing. They not in your house. They not your boys. They not your friends. So why do you care? It's people living in ways that are different from us every day. You ain't telling Jewish people how to live. You ain't telling them, how to celebrate. You're not telling somebody else how to live. Why are you worried about somebody being gay? And then the very people that you believe are the ones that's championing, this biblical lifestyle is the biggest freaks on the planet. All of these sexual scandals that have come out, Jeffrey Epstein, it's mostly Republicans tied to that foolishness. Yep. And you ain't worried about men who going into high schools and sending women into high schools to recruit children to have sex with. But you worry about some grown adult making a decision for their own life about their sexual orientation. But you ain't here to protect the babies. You can get behind the dude, Donald Trump, who has been accused by 19 women of sexual assault. You can get behind that, but you can't get behind somebody, being gay that don't have nothing to do with your life. I'm just saying, a whole bunch of y'all is full of it. And there are days when I entertain you and there are days when I just straight ignore you because I know, Negro, you don't vote, and Negro, you ain't doing nothing to make no real change. Because if you were, you wouldn't have time to worry about somebody's gayness. If you was really doing stuff to move this community forward and move black people forward, the least of your concerns would be somebody's gayness. Gayness don't stop you from taking care of none of your business. So, I also, since I'm here, let me stay here for a second. Since I'm speaking about brothers that act like they helping and they really hurting. So Jay-Z has entered into a partnership with none other than Target. Somebody asked me, like, Michelle, you gonna talk about it? I get tired of talking about these people. Because see, I said this during the NFL situation. After Colin Kaepernick gets banned, blackballed, I should use that word, blackballed by the league. Nobody will get his brother a fair shot at a job. And then they go find Jay-Z to program a halftime show to get Negroes to shake their behind and forget about all of the maltreatment of black men in the league. So you can't get coaching jobs, even though now, it's better, but you had to put a whole rule in place to say you got to interview these brothers, because they couldn't even get an interview back in the day. Your injuries don't pay the same money as your white counterparts because their rubric, their data said a black man's white life is not worth as much as a white man's life. You're not going to be as successful. So on a career-ending injury, black man, you get less money than your white male counterpart, or you get no money. Couldn't get you to care about that. Couldn't get you to care about none of that. But we're going to give you a halftime show and let y'all shake y'all behind and then y'all keep watching the game. So here is Jay-Z at it again. He is going to do his 30th anniversary release album, which was his 1996 debut album, Reasonable Doubt, which will be done exclusively with Target. So you got Jamal Bryant, you got the sisters, and I need to name all of the sisters because the sisters is the ones that really started the boycott against Target, not Jamal Bryant. He came on board and supported it, and then forgot for a minute that he didn't start it and tried to say when it should end. And then they had to chin check him and get him back in order. But so black people still really ain't messing with Target, Jay-Z. And they come get you to do an exclusive deal to drop your album at Target so all of the Negroes that are not conscious and not paying attention can bypass the message we was trying to send to Target and come buy your album. So again, who is Jay-Z here for? I'm just saying, I get tired of y'all. You could release that album anywhere. Why are you releasing it with Target? And the people who understand, they not going to Target to get your album. But all of the gullible ones that don't appreciate what we've been trying to do all year, they're going to be in Target looking for your album. But you see how folks work against us? Right in our face. You see how they work against us? I got to take a break. You don't need enemies. It's your friends that'll do you the most harm. I'll be right back. All right, family, welcome back to the show. So before I went to the break, just took a quick second to talk about how Jay-Z has yet come in to save the day again for white corporate America. First, he helped the NFL with a halftime show to make sure that Negroes stayed engaged and did not care about what happened to Colin Kaepernick or the other black men being mistreated by the NFL. And some of y'all made sure y'all like, oh, thank you, Jay-Z, for helping give us a legitimate excuse. We watched the halftime show. And now he's coming in to help save Target. The Negroes wanted to boycott y'all at Target. I'm here for you, Target. I've got on my red, black, and green cape. I'm going to bring the Negroes back to Target because I'm going to drop my 30th anniversary album exclusively at Target. Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Good morning, Michelle. How are you?
I'm good. How are you this morning?
Good. I just wanted to make a couple of comments about this governor's race.
Okay.
Yeah. And how the elite establishment has done a masterful job in dividing our community. And this is countrywide. If just follow me with this, long time ago when I was in school, we used to have the championships come home with the Kings, the Norths, the Washingtons, and then they decided to put in new rules that would split us up and make us play against each other.
Right.
And then by the time we got the one standing black school that was able to go to the state, then the referees put in their stuff. Then they called that realignment. So I liken that to redistricting now. You know, we just pit each other, both the black candidates against each other, and split our vote up. And by the time we get there, we're not potent enough to really actually have a say about what goes on in our community. So they've done a masterful job of splitting us up. You said there earlier about some people brothers who like Trump. I'm not sure how they could come to that conclusion, but everybody got an opportunity and an opinion to do or act a certain way. But the biggest issue that we have with our community, and Ms. Michelle, you should probably do a forum on this. Why do we hate each other so bad? Why do we dislike one another to the point to where every morning saturated coverage with a killing, a shooting, a robbery. I can't turn the TV on without seeing that. You can't walk in your community without hearing a siren go off every 7 or 8 minutes. We hate each other. And until we get a chance to get our unity back, because they've done a masterful job of calling into question our character, calling into question our integrity. And so when we start to run for these offices, there has already been enough said about black people before they even get a chance. 300,000 women lost their job under this current administration. That's a conservative count. There's been more black women who have lost their jobs and black men who can't even find a job now. So I just wanted to say those comments, until we start to understand each other and start getting candidates and stop splitting our vote up. This person want to run, this person want to run. You got 12 people in this governor's race. And the Mexican people not going, the Hispanics are not going to like you. They quietly deal with you, but deep down, they don't want to have anything to do with you once they get to this level. They think just like the elite establishment does about you. So,
all right.
Just wanted to say that.
I got it. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. The one thing, I will say, I don't know that we hate us, but I know we don't value us. We because you can not value somebody, but not hate them. Like you just are indifferent to them. So I think that we certainly don't value each other. And quite frankly, you don't value your own life. Because, man, I'm not ruining my life for you. I'm not. I'm not. I keep saying I wish I could put up a billboard of a young brother shooting at another brother. And then behind him, it'd be a mirror image of the shooter. Because you understand, the minute that bullet leave that chamber, you didn't just kill that dude in front of you. You killed yourself. You took your own life that day. And then somewhere in the background, show your mama, your grandmama, your sisters, your little brothers, show all their faces too. Because you took everybody out when that gun flew out that chamber. I would love to see somebody do that commercial or make that ad. Just the exact mirror image of you gonna be standing right behind that person you shot. That bullet gonna hit both of y'all. Let me get this other caller real quick. Hey, caller, what's happening? Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah. I was just listening to you earlier.
Okay.
You were asking a question. I must have missed it. Somebody called in, must have been talking about the alternative lifestyle, because I heard you going in on it.
Nope, no one called. It just came up in the conversation, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, in California, what was that Proposition 8 or Act 8 or something?
Prop 8, yep.
Yeah, for men and women to get married, or so. I mean, men and women to get married.
Mm-hmm.
The first time that came out, it was shot down, right? It was shot down. Now, I want you to understand something. California voted on it, that they didn't want it. Now, it wasn't just Republicans that voted to shoot that act down, that Proposition 8. It wasn't just Democrats. It was both parties. It was a bipartisan effort to make that not happen. That means the Democrats didn't want it, and we know how liberal California is. The Democrats didn't want it, and the Republicans didn't want it, those that are out there. So that tells me one thing, that this ain't just a Republican thing that don't want the gay people to have these type of rights that they've claimed. So it tells me one thing, that there's just as many homosexual gay Republicans as there is Democrats. So you asked the question, you said, what is it hurting anybody? Stay in your bedroom, leave folk alone. Well, in a perfect world, you're probably right. but it is hurting us, and
How?
it's hurting us more than
How?
it's hurting us more than anybody else. I'm
How?
going to tell you, because of the population control of the whole idea. And see, they're not teaching. First of all,
What do you mean by population control?
Okay, population control meaning holding our numbers at a you know, keeping our numbers down.
Are you talking about folks having babies?
That's correct.
Okay. All right.
Not only that, hold on.
I didn't say anything.
You got an argument for it. I know you got an argument for it. I know you do, because you
go ahead and make your point, bro. Just go ahead and make your point.
Okay. The deal is this right here. It's holding our numbers stagnated, and we want to get this idea out of our minds that it's only the white Republicans that don't want this to happen in our communities. It's holding us stagnated, and it's gonna grow long. It's gonna even evolve into something greater if we don't.
Nobody is stopping anybody from having children. Nobody.
Well,
nobody. You know what's stopping people from having children? Do you know what's stagnating the population? Because people can't afford children. Back in the day, parents would have 10, 11, 12 kids. Today, you try to feed 10, 11, 12 kids. It's a lot of people don't want to have more than 2 kids. You try to afford daycare. $540 a week for an infant to be in somebody's daycare. You try to afford diapers and formula. So there are a lot of things that are stagnating population that are not in any way connected to somebody else's choice about their lifestyle. There are real factors that we create in this country that make having children unaffordable. I bring them into the world. I can't afford to educate them. I can't afford to send them to college. I can't afford to dress them. It's all kinds of reasons. How many of your friends have 6 and 7 kids anymore?
Listen, that's a great argument, and I would believe that that's where you was gonna come from, and you did a good job of it. Now, one more thing before I go. I know I only got a couple seconds here. If a man or a woman, we'll use a man. If a man, a straight man, supposedly a straight man, have sex or rape a little boy, is he considered a homosexual, or is he considered a straight man?
Why is that a conversation for this morning? Why? Why are y'all obsessed with these conversations? We already know it's a pedophile. If you like sex with a child, you a pedophile. We already know that.
Okay, so pedophile, I'm glad you said that, because why are the gay people trying to remove the name pedophile and making it people attracted to minor? What is it now? Minor attracted people.
But again, I'm trying to figure out how any of this got anything to do with the black community and the things that we see that's causing so much destruction.
How's it hurting?
It's not hurting you. It's not hurting you.
Hold on. How you know? We might got
because I got eyes and I can see. Somebody's sexual orientation is not hurting you. But you don't call in here and raise no saying about them wanting to cut lunch programs in our public schools. You don't call in here and raise no hell about them tearing up HBCUs and stealing money from HBCUs. You don't call in here and raise no hell about 300,000 black women losing their jobs. You don't call in here and raise no hell about what they doing to try to take away voting rights from the black community.
Ma'am.
But you gonna call in here talking to me about somebody being gay.
No,
Bye, Meech. I appreciated the call. I appreciated the call. The stuff that you worried about does not stop you from getting out here and doing what you got to do for your life and your community and your family. It doesn't. If y'all could just stay out of people's bedrooms and you pick and choose who bedroom you want to go in. Because as I said, it's plenty of people doing nonsense out here if we going to talk about it. We only identifying one area that we want to talk about. So with that being said, I'm going to take a break because I got a guest coming in. But I want to do this before I go to break. Because I said out. So 2 things, because I got a guess and my conversation is going to switch, but I want this said this morning. 2 things. Number 1, I appreciate that FIFA, as an organization, decided that they would go ahead and pay the Somalian brother who was denied entry into the United States, who was the referee. They're going to go ahead and pay him his full salary that he would have made while he would have been in the U.S., while he was being discriminated against by this administration. And I want to say that since the situation with Carmelo Anthony, the young black kid who has now been given 35 years in prison for what he said was self-defense when he was attacked by Austin Metcalf after he told him, "Don't put your hands on me." Austin Metcalf pushed him, shoved him anyway. They end up getting into it. He ends up getting stabbed. Austin Metcalf's father has a post. TMZ aired it. He went on Facebook and he did a whole racist rant talking about black folks being lazy and us wanting to use EBT cards. He did everything but call us niggas. That's where his son got it from. Because people had already said that his sons was racist. He said, and I know the stuff I'm saying is wrong. And some people will say it's inappropriate, but I'm just going to say it. You've been saying it. Your son is dead because you was a racist and he ran up on the wrong one. That death is not on Carmelo Anthony. It's on your son. It's on you. That's on you. So I need to take a break. But if you get a chance, listen to Austin Metcalf's father and all of his ignorance as he talks about black people. Listen to him. He talks about us like a dog. That's why your son is dead. We'll be right back.
Michelle Bryant on WNOV.
All right, family, welcome back to the show. Before I get into my guest, let me just say something because somebody posted something on social media and I didn't get a chance to say good morning to the folks checking in on YouTube and Facebook. So appreciate y'all hanging out with us this morning. But somebody put something in the chat that said just because the father is racist doesn't mean the child is racist. Yeah, that could be true. But there were reports about the child's behavior, racist behavior leading up to the death. Stop trying to defend this kid. Just stop. Those reports were out there already. Before the father was reportedly calling people niggas before his kid ever got killed. The information is out there. I don't know what it is why you keep trying to hang on to give cover, but it was out there already. And the father's tirade just helps to further substantiate that. So I'm gonna leave that alone. But speaking of fathers, because it is important, the people that are in our lives that help shape and mold who we are, what we become. And there is an annual Father's Day event that happens in this town, put on by a group of brothers, many of whom I know, love and respect. And they're doing their 38th annual event. And I have in the studio with me, I guess old school and new school to talk about some of the things that's going on in connection with this. What's happening, Andre Lee Ellis?
Hey, what's happening, Milwaukee?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm really good.
You looking good? Skin looking all fresh and moisturized?
Washed it this morning. Almost as though the grandbaby, the 1-year-old was over. I was like, maybe I should put a little baby pee on my face. So they said, really make.
That's that secret formula. And who else have you brought to the studio with you?
Say your name, man.
Keevon Carson.
Keevon Carson.
Make sure you speak in the mic.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Carson.
You too.
How old are you?
14.
14. What is that? 9th grade? 8th grade?
Yep.
Which one?
Yeah.
9th grade.
9th grade?
What do you mean, yep?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Well, welcome to the show. We're going to get you in the conversation. So, Dre, talk to us about what's getting ready to happen.
Oh, wow. It's the 38th annual Fathers for Progress, Family and Friends, for the people, by the people. Celebration is Father's Day. This Father's Day Sunday, noon to 6 p.m. is the event. But we have prayer at 9:45 a.m. and we do that gathering there. And we're excited about it this year.
So you've been connected with this for a long time.
25 years I've been hosting with Homer Blow.
Oh my God.
25 years. And when I moved out of town, this is how loyal these brothers are. Even when I moved out of town and I was out of town, they would fly me home
to
to
come
host
do this
it.
event.
Yes.
So, all right, for folks that have never had this experience, even though I don't know how 38 years running, there are people who may not have ever attended. What is this day like?
This day is like amazing to me. I'm you know how it is when you're in the mic and you're in front of the crowd, you
Yep.
see things that other people don't. I can remember days like weddings happening at the Father's Day event. I remember people meeting their significant other. I remember one year where a girl was on stage talking about her father that she had never seen or hadn't seen for a while. Next thing you know, a man came running from the back of the park, and it was his daughter. And he left the park and went and got flowers and came back, and we acknowledged that. It's just all about how you know fathers are acknowledged, especially when I think in a time when young black children, many of them don't have their fathers in their lives, and a lot of them. I'm one of them. My father died when my mom was 3 months pregnant with me. And so out of 14 children, I was the only one that never met his dad. And so that was real interesting to grow up that way because my family didn't necessarily understand why Father's Day was not a real happy day for me because they all celebrated a father that they knew. And I had to celebrate a father that had no face.
That's deep. There's a lot that goes on this day.
It is.
Resources. I guess one of the things though, because you know these brothers that put this on, have they ever sat down with you and said why this was important for them to do?
Oh yeah, we talk about it all the time. In fact, just yesterday was having some conversation with the brothers. It's important because of community and the unity in the community, and for them to know that there are men out here that care about the community and care about the children. And the why is because our community have a lot going on, and because men are missing in so many ways, the Father's Day give a chance to show you the many men that aren't. These are brothers that have businesses, brothers that have families. These are men that have been incarcerated, but men have been educated. It's men from all walks of life. And the other good thing about it is that it's growing from not just black fathers, but just fathers, period. Brown fathers, white fathers. I ain't saying no green fathers, but
well, you do.
It's all kind of.
We need to get out the way.
It's all kind of fathers, and I like the fact that every year it's sort of almost a built-in audience where people been coming. You know, you have some people that have all 38 years of the T-shirt, and they come just for the T-shirt and the word of the day. And the word of the day this year is on my shirt.
And that is
sincerity.
Sincerity.
How many people know about that? You know, people use it and people say it, but to be sincere is a whole nother unique characteristic to a person.
Well, let me bring Keevon into the conversation.
Yeah.
Keevon, we hear a lot, going on with young people, good and some stuff that, not so good. When you think about like the significance of Father's Day, having a guy around in your life to be a role model or an example, what are some of your thoughts about that?
Well, so my thoughts on that is it's good to have a black male around because my dad was in and out. He wasn't really there much of the time. And it's good to have a black figure to be around than just being around girls all day.
Is that being around girls all day?
Yeah.
You like that too.
But I mean, so what about like your friends? Do you get to see other folks' dads or?
Well, yeah, some of them don't, some of them do.
Okay. And why do you think it makes a difference though?
Well, it makes it different because it's somebody there to cheer you on when you're doing good, and somebody there to discipline you when you're doing wrong.
Cheer you on when you're doing good, discipline you when you need some discipline.
Yep.
Dre, how do you come to kick it with this young brother?
You know, his mom brought him to me probably about a good 2 months ago or so. Keevon came to Cage, to the garden, to our Saturday morning program, SOS, Saving Our Sons. And Keevon needed a male figure in his life. And I guess I was the one selected, and Pops is here. And it stopped for me, you know, for years. It's what I do.
So what's the difference, Keevon, now that you've had an opportunity to hang around with Andre for 2 months?
Well, I seen a big difference in how I move and act.
In what way?
And like how I talk to my mom and how I give her more respect. And how Mr. Andre teach me how to
lean up to the
be a
mic,
man.
baby.
How Mr. Andre teach me how to be a man.
Really? So is there any one lesson that stands out in particular?
Uh.
I know I'm gonna say one thing. I certainly appreciate, you know, working with him, you know, from saying yeah to yes, and even the But when I tell you I'm listening right now, Keevon, very well spoken, running the sentences together the way they're supposed to be ran together. Clearly very smart. So whatever else is going on in the background, you need to remember who you are as somebody, and whether that's your mom and her extended support, but somebody did some work with you, because the words is not all broken up. The English is not all janky. You look directly at people when you're talking. Somebody done put some work in over there. Whether you understood that it was happening or not, even before you got to Andre, somebody had laid some foundational work there, young brother. You are smart, and it comes through. It's all over you.
Yep, Keevon, let's do a word of the day right here, right now. Think of a word right now that you feel, and why. Tell us what it is.
Positivity.
Why?
Positivity. You got to set yourself around positivity everywhere you go.
So look, I got to take a break. That's a good way to take a break. Positivity. And we'll be back to talk about this event, tell people how to engage, what else is available. And for the guys who entered into the Father's Day giveaway, or the women who entered to try to win that package, we'll be giving that away this morning as well. So we'll be right back, y'all.
On WNOV.
All right, folks, for anyone that's watching on YouTube or Facebook, you can see that there is a new addition to the mic. Somebody just walked in off the street. In fact, ran through. Like, hold on, I'm in the building.
Hey, we had to make it. We
got
had
the unk all on, display in the hair.
Yeah, hold on.
Who is this child just bogarting up in the studio?
This is Emmanuel Coleman.
Look, I have not seen you in forever, young brother. How are you?
I'm pretty good, honestly.
Tell folks who your daddy is so they know who you are.
Khalil Coleman, if y'all didn't know that.
Heal the hood.
Heal the hood.
You
to literature
are amazing. It is so good to see you.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. I've really just been staying out the way for the most part, working on my businesses and stuff like that.
What business?
I got a tea and juicing business right now. It's just tea and juicing right now, though. But
tea and juicing.
So all holistic.
What kind of tea?
So right now, what I got on the menu is a watermelon mint drink.
What? Where is that? I need that.
It's in the kitchen. You just gotta tell me when you want it made.
Oh, come on, fam. I need mine. Look, just know today I'm placing the order.
I bet that.
So just call me and tell me when it's ready, and we can get that picked up and taken care of.
I got you.
And like that's like a Juneteenth kind of just drink too.
Yeah.
What?
But yeah, we working on expanding it and stuff like that. Right now it's just juices, but in the future it's gonna be more remedies, things like soaps, lotions. Like it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there.
So you still hanging out with this dude?
Oh yeah, man. Pop's always gonna be around. Come on.
And so tell people academically, school wise, where you at? What you doing?
Academically, well. Just graduated the 11th grade, so we finna be a senior next year.
Woo! Congratulations!
Yeah, so that's really where I've been at education wise. I mean,
so what's happening after graduation? What's the plan?
I really just plan to focus on my businesses more. I'm not gonna lie. Like college is a thought, but I feel like in my body, I feel like I'm gonna lean more the path of going down like a entrepreneurship. Yeah.
So I'm gonna just say this. We just finished the HBCU college tour, and there is a college. I have to get the right name of it because this was the first time I had ever got exposed to it. But President Barack Obama's one of his boys is the president of the college, and he believes not only in whatever your degree program is going to be, but that you also come out of that college as an entrepreneur. It's based in Dallas or it's in Houston.
What's the name of it?
Oh, it's two names. Lakeisha, I know you listening. Topman Tillis, or I'll get it and I'll make sure you get it.
All right, for sure.
But so like there's this famous restaurant in DC, and they got a couple of different places called Kitchen and Cocktails. And so like this brother, he went to that school, got his law degree, but also took money from being a lawyer to infuse it into that business. So he has multiple businesses now. Boy, is cold. But what I like is if you want to be an entrepreneur, your freshman year, after you do your regular year, they move you into a high-rise apartment in downtown Dallas. And you go to work every day. And you are working for a corporation, but then you come back on campus and take your classes. We got to get you in this program. Yeah. It's cold.
Yeah. Okay. And that's the good thing about Sunday. For Sunday in the Park, the Father's Day event. That's the good thing about the connections and how you get connected. There's so much going on. We've got the Milwaukee Fire Department, the police department are there. And the good thing about it is that they really get to do resource. They're not there to control. We don't ever have problems. 38 years, and we've not seen
so many brothers out there.
And a problem, anything like that. The young people are welcome. We have a big raffle that we do every year.
Yes,
where people get the prizes and then the T-shirts, the signature T-shirts, and that's how it's supported. Even it's for the people, by the people, really the people in there. We've got a young lady. She's 6 years old. She's going to be singing the Black National Anthem at 12 o'clock to kick everything off. And we're really excited about that. Michelle Pitt's granddaughter is coming to sing for us. And then there'll be barbershop. There'll be barbers doing free haircuts starting at 12 o'clock. So, and you'll see that line start up real quick. And I know this year you're going to get a lot of the community leaders coming out. They get a chance to get on the microphone and be seen once a year. Once a year.
I hear the shade.
Don't make me. Yeah,
I hear the shade. It sounds like it's some shade.
Don't make me get them because I want to say.
It sounds like it's some shade. I'm not gonna say that.
I want to say we need to see you more than just Father's Day. Come and be a Father Day.
So let me just say this on the raffle prizes.
Yeah.
First prize, grand prize, it sounds like a men's ring. Second, color TV.
Yes.
Third, Cartier style glasses.
Yes.
Boys bike.
Yes.
Portable Bluetooth speaker.
Yes.
$25 cash.
Yes.
$25 gas card.
Yes.
And a travel lounge chair.
And when I tell you that the people come in droves, some people come because they know right when the raffle is going to come. Okay. And they come and they buy the tickets and they're happy to get that. Some people are tired of turning the TV with the wire pliers or sticking the hand.
Who is still doing that? Come on, Dre.
We know how.
Ain't nobody still living like that.
Look at
the baby over there cracking up, right? Who is doing this, bro?
The other good thing about it is everything is free in the park. We don't have vendors selling things like that, so everybody's on equal turf. All of the food is free, and when I tell you that it's not just hot dogs and hamburgers, it's chicken, it's spaghetti, it's a meal, and it's prepared by brothers and others. Miss Jeanette Herrera, Queen Herrera, is always there in the kitchen helping to make sure that things move fast. It is really a phenomenal day in the park that represents what community and unity should all be about.
Well, I have had the opportunity. Usually I am not in town when this happens, but I have had the opportunity to attend, I know for sure, at least 2 or 3 times. And just the spirit of people in the park getting the day ready. It is nothing short of amazing. And then when you start to see the droves of people coming through, you realize how important this is. Let me end here because we got to go to break and then we got to do this Father's Day giveaway.
Now, just before you say that, but me hosting with this gray hair makes it really intergenerational. And blending in with the young people, you see that a lot. You see the older brothers with the young brothers, and everybody's giving advice. We take pictures together. There's a whole lot of great things.
Well, and I mean, and that was one of the things I was getting ready to say.
Okay.
For just real quick, let the young brothers close us out.
Okay.
So if y'all had a chance to say anything to brothers, to older Black men in this community about what you all need, see, want in relationship to men and male role models, what would you say?
Like motivation. Just motivate the young brothers not to do bad.
Motivation. Okay. How about you, sir, Mr. Coleman?
I think I would say, there's a lot I gotta say, but I'd say better leadership. And what I mean by that is I feel like the steps that the older generation kind of tries to have the younger generation walk in at times, it don't really work like that no more. And I feel like trying to force that onto younger people is actually what make them want to disobey and find whatever they do. I know that's kind of just how it was for me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was I don't know, I feel like better leadership. I don't want to drag too long the leadership.
So I can already, and I'm going to go to break, but I can tell you right now, I'm going to extend an offer for you to come back to the show, both of you, but in particular, I'm gonna have a conversation because I think it's relevant and important. And if you didn't know, you have a voice for radio. If you didn't know,
I appreciate it.
for radio.
He already know that.
Fausto said that once. Fausto said it a lot.
All right. So with that being said, I want to thank Brother Andre Lee Ellis. I want to thank Keevon. You did good. You weren't nervous or anything. Yeah. And had great insight. And Mr. Coleman, young Mr. Coleman.
Hey, man.
Bro, it's always good. It's always good.
I appreciate it.
We are proud of you, fam.
Thank you.
All right. Let me take a quick break. But the 30th annual Community Unity Father's Day celebration. It is being held at Sherman Park, 3000 North Sherman Boulevard. Time is noon to 6 p.m. But as Dre said, there is a period earlier in the morning where they break for prayer.
45 a.m. prayer. Everybody is welcome to pray.
Bless the community and the event. All right, family, I'm taking a commercial break. Hey, if you entered into the Father's Day giveaway contest, be listening up. That's what we're doing when we get back. All right, y'all, be right back.
Real with your host, Michelle Bryant on WNOV.
All right, y'all. I want to welcome into the studio none other than our VP of something here.
Yeah, that's all right. I ain't mad at you.
Hello, Doug Kelly.
Good morning.
Anytime we hear your voice, we know that there are giveaways. There are people about to be made happy today. And we have hit it. It's here. The Father's Day giveaway 26. It is official. So what are we doing? Who are we calling?
Well, we're going to call 4 different people and let them choose their prize.
We have randomly selected
yes,
numbers.
we randomly selected. We have a $150 gift certificate from Sophisticated Man plus 12 tickets to Summerfest. $100 gift certificate to Nick Avani's plus 12 tickets to Summerfest. $100 gift card to Red Crab Juicy Seafood and 12 tickets to Summerfest, and a complete car care detailing from Hands of Steel Auto Detailing plus 12 tickets to Summerfest. So if the men win, he can take all of his baby mamas and kids.
Are you serious right now? That's what you. As soon as this giveaway is over, I'm gonna handle it. I heard y'all. I'm gonna handle it as soon as this giveaway is over. Let's go to the phone line. Let's see. We got our first winner. Hey, caller. Hey, sir. How you doing, or ma'am?
Hi, my name is Sharon.
Hey, Sharon. How are you?
I'm doing good.
So you get to select from one of the 4 prize giveaways, whether that's going to be the gift certificate to Sophisticated Man, gift certificate to Nick Avani's, gift certificate to Juicy Crab Seafood, or to the complete car care detailing. And all of these come with Summerfest tickets as well. Which one would you like to choose?
Sophisticated Man.
All right. Congratulations. What station just made you a winner?
WNOV 860 AM.
All right. We have your contact information. I'm assuming we will be reaching out to you.
No, you can come to the office before Friday, so you have to come either today, tomorrow, or Thursday.
Okay.
And you can pick what time that we open.
8 to 3.
Okay. Thank you.
Congratulations. All right, we
Thank
got
you.
look, we knocking them down. We got our next entrance that we're going to try to see if we can get them on the line. Let's see if we can get them. And so just so folks know, you have the ability to pick from any one of these 4 prize giveaways. I need all these Summerfest tickets this year. I'm going every day just to hang out. And so she took Sophisticated Man.
Yes.
All right. So we have Nick Avani's, we have Red Crab Juicy Seafood, and we have the car detailing, complete car care detailing left available. I think Jermaine is getting somebody on the line right now. It's happening. Hello.
Yes.
Did you enter into our Father's Day giveaway?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be there this Thursday to pick up my pair of tickets.
Well, it's more than a pair of tickets, sir.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're one of the finalists for the 4 prizes we were giving away. We've given away 1. So in addition to the tickets that you won, you also have the ability to pick from a $100 gift certificate to Nick Avani's men's shoes and apparel, a $100 gift card to Red Crab Juicy Seafood, a complete car care detailing certificate from Hands of Steel Auto Detailing, and each of those come with 12 tickets to Summerfest as well.
Holy.
Yeah, so you getting to do it. So does any of those 3 things seem appealing to you? Which one would you like to pick?
I would like to have the Nick Avani's because I do shop with them quite a bit.
Well, go ahead on then. I guess you're
Right
gonna
on.
be dapper for Father's Day.
You know it. Thank you so much. I'll be there Thursday for sure.
Well, so I tell you what, you got until 4 p.m. on Thursday to come by. 3 p.m. I'm sorry, 3 p.m. on Thursday to come by and pick up your gift certificates and your Summerfest tickets. And then you can call us and tell us what time you want us to meet you at Summerfest.
Okay, right on. Thank you so much.
You was a little slow on that. You was a little slow. Like you wasn't going to call us. It just sounded like you was going to call us. But thank you so much. What station just made you a winner?
WNOV 860, The Voice.
Oh, you got the whole thing, my man.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations to you, brother. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, hon.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Well, look, we down. We got two out the way. Let's see if we can get 2 more people in here and give this stuff away. Jermaine is busy on the phone line. We are trying to see. So just so you know, we have the Red Crab Juicy Seafood gift certificate, $100 gift card to give away, and the complete car care detailing from Hands of Steel. I like that name, Hands of Steel Auto Detailing. That's a nice little name right there. I don't know who thought of that, but I like that name. I think we got somebody. Let's go. Hello. Hi. This is Michelle Bryan over at WNOV, calling to see if you entered into a Father's Day giveaway.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Well, you have been selected as one of the 4 finalists. So I am calling because we have 2 prizes remaining that you have the ability to pick from. That would be the $100 gift card to Red Crab Juicy Seafood, or a complete car care detailing from Hands of Steel Auto Detailing. And they both come with 12 tickets to Summerfest. Which
Yes,
one of
ma'am.
those would you like?
I'll take the Juicy Crab.
All right. What station just made you a winner?
860 WNOV 106.5 FM.
Say my name. There you go. So you have until Thursday at 3 p.m. We are open 8 to 3 p.m. Now through Thursday to come and pick up your gifts, okay?
All right, ma'am.
And
Thank
happy
you so
Father's
much.
Day to you, sir.
And thank you.
All right, y'all. We got 1 call left. Who is it gonna be? It's people waiting like I'm in it. Please call my name. Jermaine is calling right now. They don't get to choose, but you're getting some. And the way some of these folks' cars be looking, that detailing. Yeah, I ain't gonna call no names, but there's some folks in the studio need some detailing.
Wow.
Everybody looking to the side like, not me. Somebody texted me to call my name, Michelle. Y'all need to stop. Stop playing. Is Jermaine not getting an answer? Do we need to come up with another name? Did he get it? Okay.
Right.
Okay. Let's go. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. This is Michelle Bryant calling from WNOV. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
I am good. I am good. So, did you enter into a Father's Day giveaway?
I did.
You did. So I'm calling to let you know that today we selected 4 of our winners, and you were one of them. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
They all got to pick from 4 packages. The remaining package is the one that we are giving you today, which is the complete car care detailing from Hands of Steel Auto, plus 12 tickets to Summerfest.
Oh, that is awesome. I appreciate it.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome, Mr. Moody. What'd you say? Oh, Debo want to know what kind of car you got.
I have 71 Riviera,
Ooh!
a Ridgeline. I got an Escalade.
Come on with it now, big boy.
You got choices.
Hey, well, you look. I need you to drive by the 71 Rivy one day so I can see that. That sounds nice right there. Oh, yeah, you got to ride by and blow so we can see you in that. Congratulations to you, brother. Happy Father's Day. And you can stop by the studio between now and Thursday between the hours of 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. and pick up your prize, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. You're welcome.
All right.
All right, family, that's the show for the day, and that's a wrap. We'll see y'all for our next giveaway, which is what?
We're going to give away Jermaine in the fall.
I'm available. Send me.
So nobody stay tuned for that.
How do you say, who do you trust? Me. That's all.
We already know who got dibs on that prize.
Oh, no.
Her first letter in the alphabet.
We already know who got dibs on the.
No way.
All right, y'all, that's the show. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Jermaine is being given away. Woo! My phone ringing already. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.